President John Dramani Mahama has reiterated his firm commitment to religious tolerance and peaceful coexistence between Christians and Muslims in Ghana. Speaking at a meeting with the Conference of Regional Chief Imams at the Presidency, President Mahama stressed that no student should ever be compelled to abandon their faith, particularly in mission schools where issues of religious practice have recently sparked debate. He reminded the gathering that Ghana's 1992 constitution enshrines freedom of religion, worship, and religious expression, leaving no room for discrimination. Ghana is a nation of diverse religions, and one of the things our constitution guarantees is the freedom of religion, freedom to worship, and freedom to express one's religious identity, he said. President Mahama also drew attention to the challenges students face in communities where limited schools are run by religious missions. He emphasized that Christian students in Muslim schools and Muslim students in Christian schools must be free to practice their faith without restriction. To address these concerns, the President announced that the Ministry of the Interior is leading a nationwide dialogue process. The initiative has already resulted in the signing of Memoranda of Understanding, MOUs, to promote tolerance and mutual respect in mission schools.
Presidency today. The last time we met was in Kumasi in the Central Mosque, where we exchanged ideas about what the Muslim community would want to see if Allah favored us and gave us victory in the elections. I also want to praise your role in joining up with the Chief Imam and the Ghana Muslim Mission to present the Muslim manifesto before the elections. It was very helpful because then it helped us to crystallize some of the needs of the Muslim community into our manifesto. And I can assure you that since we received that manifesto and incorporated it into our 2024 manifesto, we have achieved significant number of the promises that we made. And the first was to significantly reduce the Hajj fares. And so as you remember, we cut the Hajj fares from 75,000 cedis to 62,000 cedis. And it enabled many people who had the intention to perform the Hajj, but had found it financially difficult to be able to do so. This year's Hajj, which was the first that was handled by our government, had some teething challenges, but it has enabled us to revise our notes and to be able to correct some of the challenges that happened. We've appointed an ambassador to Saudi Arabia, and so we're expecting that soon he will take his post in Riyadh so that he can start the facilitation for next year's Hajj. We also have reconstituted the Hajj committee, and so we're expecting that it will learn from the lessons of this year's Hajj and make next year's Hajj even better. We also promised to pass a bill for an additional holiday in addition to Eid al-Fitr. And we have fulfilled that. Parliament passed the holidays bill. And we really enjoyed that holiday this year. After the feast of Ramadan, after the holy month of Ramadan, we really had 2 days of holiday, and I think it was very helpful. We've also moved on the issue of religious tolerance in schools. Ghana is a nation of diverse religions, and one of the things our Constitution guarantees is the freedom of religion, freedom to worship, and freedom to express one's religious identity. It is all captured in the Constitution. And so there should be no grounds for religious discrimination, either on the side of Christians or on the side of Muslims. There are times where you find a secondary school, which is a Muslim secondary school, Ahmadiyya, Ghana Muslim Mission, or some other mission in a community. And so if children want secondary education or even basic education, that is the only school in their community. So they might be Christian, they might be Muslims. And so it doesn't help that if Christian children are in a Muslim school, they should be forced to adopt Islam. The same way as if a Christian school is in a Muslim, dominantly Muslim community, it should not compel the students to not express their religion. And so we've had those discussions. The Minister of Interior has led the process, and we've signed some MOUs on religious tolerance in especially mission schools. We also have speeded up the recruitment of Islamic teachers. And so far we've signed the MOU with the Islamic Education Unit for the recruitment of 3,000 Arabic teachers. This will enhance the number of Arabic teachers available to man the Islamic educational units that we have. And there's a commitment to increase the number. This is an initial recruitment, and that number will increase. The Scholarship Secretariat has also been tasked to recruit students from especially depressed urban communities. And we know that depressed urban communities are mostly Zongos and Muslim communities. And so in the field of medicine, engineering, law, and ICT, those are the priority subjects. We've asked the Scholarship Secretariat to recruit children, from deprived deprived urban communities. That's mainly the Zongos, so that they can advance their education and be able to come back and improve the conditions in the areas from which they come. We have got the GET fund, and they've gone to inspect the projects they were doing at Al Farouk College of Education. When we were in government, we started 8 different projects, including lecture halls, hostels, administration block, and so many other projects. Unfortunately, after we left office, the projects were abandoned. And so the GET fund administrator sent a team. They've done an estimate, and they are soon going to have the contractors go back on site and complete those projects. In addition, the Minister of Health is engaging the major hospitals to consider a speedy release of Muslim bodies in the event of death. The feedback has been good, except for cases of murder where a crime is involved and there's a need for an investigation. For most other causes of death, it should be easy to speed up the release of the bodies to the family so that they can ensure a speedy burial in accordance with Islamic rights. We also are building a transit terminal at the airport so that we can move the Hajj from the temporary structure in which it was. And let me make it clear, the terminal belongs to the Ghana Airport Company Limited. And it's a transit terminal. It will be used during the Hajj to facilitate the travel of our pilgrims. But after the Hajj is over, that transit terminal will be available to passengers who are transiting through Ghana to other destinations. And the terminal will belong to the Ghana Airport Company Limited. We have been working to stabilize the economy in order to make life better for all our citizens. And I wish to thank all of you for your cooperation. The sacrifices that all Ghanaians are making in order to make our economy better has started to yield fruit. And so, as you know, just yesterday, the figures for the second quarter were released, and Ghana's economy grew at an astounding more than 6%, which shows that the economy is back on track, it's stable, it's become an attractive destination for investments. And I assure you that we'll continue to do all the things possible to make sure that the economy continues to perform so that we can increase prosperity for our people. Our target is to open opportunities for our young people so that our young people can go into the world of work. And so our main focus in terms of education is to scale up technical and vocational education training. And in rolling out these technical and vocational institutes, we'll be mindful of making sure that the Muslim communities are covered so that our young people can gain skills in the world of work, even as they take advantage of the various programs we have, like Ejumaura, where you can get small loans to establish a business, or the National Apprenticeship Program, where especially our girls can go into training for dressmaking and all the other things so that they themselves can be able to look after themselves. So there's a lot that is happening, and it's my hope that the Muslim community will take advantage of it. We've just appointed the coordinator for the Zongo Development Fund and his deputy, and soon they would hit the road and begin to exercise the mandate that we're giving them in terms of setting up the microcredit scheme that we promised, which is the Soyeya Fund. And so the Soyeya Fund will become a microcredit scheme that will allow poor households in the Zongos to be able to borrow some money, especially for our mothers and sisters who do small jobs. I mean, selling wache, selling cocoa, opening little shops and being able to sell something, dressmaking and all that. And so once we activate that, it would assist them. But I want to thank our Imams for the intercession you continue to do for Ghana. We don't take it for granted that Ghana is one of the most peaceful nations on the African continent, and it's because we always pray to Allah and to God to give us, grant us peace. I want to thank you for your participation in the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving the last time. The whole nation came together on July 1st to give thanks to God. And Allah says that if He blesses you and you thank Him, He will pour more favor on you. And so thank you very much for this visit. I really appreciate it. It will not be the last time. We should do it frequently so that we can continue to update you on the issues that we are tackling, especially in respect of the Muslim community. I thank you very much.
The Secretary to the Conference of Regional Chief Imams, Al-Haji Salah Abdullah Kwanda, expressed appreciation for the President's unwavering support for the Muslim community. He commended Mr. Mahama for fulfilling campaign promises made at the Third National Conference of Imams in Kumasi in 2023, including the declaration of an additional public holiday for Eid al-Fitr. Al-Haji Kwanda also prayed for the successful implementation of the President's vision to strengthen the human resource base of Ghana's Muslim Ummah. The Conference of Regional Chief Imams, operating under the leadership of the National Chief Imam, unites all regional
Chief Imams, let me express our deepest condolences to you and the entire nation on the tragic helicopter crash that claimed the life of 8 prominent Ghanaians. This devastating incident has sent a shock wave across the nation, and the thought of the regional chief imams are with you in these difficult times. Please accept the sympathies of the eminent regional chief imams. Your Excellency, the Conference of Regional Chief Imams of Ghana is a legal entity comprising of all the regional chief imams of Ghana under the auspices of His Eminence, the National Chief Imam. The conference is incorporated under the Companies Act, Act 992, as a company limited by guarantee. The main objectives of the conference is to organize imams from the community level through to the district to national level for unity and coherence of the Muslim Ummah. Your Excellency, we wish to thank you for accepting our request to meet with you today. Your Excellency John Dramani Mahama and the President of the Republic of Ghana, we have been expecting this response. Allah willing, you have found time to grant our request. We are very grateful. First of all, we wish to congratulate you for the resounding mandate given to you by the people of Ghana to govern our country for 2025 to 2029. This mandate is an expression of the confidence the people of Ghana have in you. You indeed have demonstrated that the trust and the confidence the people have in you is virtuous. Your Excellency, we also wish to express our profound appreciation to you for fulfilling the promise you made to us at the 3rd National Conference of Imams in Kumasi in 2023, notably the additional holiday for Eid al-Fitr. We pray that your intention to improve the human resource base of the Muslim Ummah in the country is materialized. That is professional training and recruitment of Arabic teachers for Islamic education unit schools in the country. Your Excellency, we also want to take this opportunity to thank you once more for supporting the Muslim community in Ghana to establish the first ever Islamic College of Education, not just in Ghana, in Africa. That is Al Farouk College of Education during your first term. We are very, very grateful. Your Excellency, affirmative action for Muslims through the training of brilliant Muslim students in medicine and STEM. We wish herein appeal for a vehicle to facilitate the organization of imams nationwide. The conference needs to go around the whole country, as we stated, organize imams from the community level. But first and foremost, the conference is constrained by movement. We want to passionately appeal to Your Excellency if we could be supported in this direction. We finally wish to thank Your Excellency for the nationalistic governance of this country, especially the distributive development projects across the country. We pledge our support to the government to establish participatory and inclusive governance in the country. We remain sincere partners to promote peace and unity in Ghana. Thank you very much, Your Excellency.